For as long as the Raiders have played the Broncos, there have been snowy battles in the Mile High City. But something about the 2004 visit to Denver was special. What started out as a wintry Sunday night ended as a moment in the sun for quarterback Kerry Collins.
A remarkable catch.
A cold weather veteran, Collins completed 26 passes for 339 yards.
Porter, touchdown, Raiders! He beat Champ Bailey again. Empty set, Collins drops, looks end zone, pumps, now throws back in the end zone. A jumbling, leaping grab by Curry. Touchdown, Raiders!
No great Raiders win would be complete without a comeback. Trailing with 8 minutes left, the Raiders began one of their finest. 4th down, on the road, with time running out. It was a time for heroes.
Here's Collins back. Time, throws middle, wide open. Curry's got it. Running free. Cuts inside. He may go the whole way. Curry now will slide down at the 10-yard line. He could not score, but he's got the Raiders in position to take the lead back. The Raiders score a touchdown. They might win. If they don't here, they probably won't win. Everybody up in Denver. Here's your game. Collins pump fake. Collins looks. Collins throws. Touchdown! Raiders! Jerry Porter right in the middle of the end zone. The Raiders have a 1-point lead.
Porter's 3rd touchdown of the game gave his team the lead, but Denver quickly drove downfield. As the clock ticked down, the Raiders' special teams dug in for one last stop.
High snap, pulled down, blocked! The Raiders blocked it right up the middle! Was it Langston Walker again? Right up the gut, they blocked the kick. The Raiders have beaten the Denver Broncos!
Whoever got his hand on that ball now.
The greatest moment for the 2004 Oakland Raiders took place on a snowy Sunday night in Denver. Trailing late, Kerry Collins drove Oakland to the Broncos' 5-yard line.
Everybody up in Denver, here's your game. Collins pump fake. Collins looks, Collins throws, touchdown! Raiders!
The Raiders led, but Denver had one more chance.
Right in the middle of the field, 43 yards. High snap, pulled down, blocked! The Raiders block it right up the middle! Right up the gut, they block the kick. The Raiders have beaten the Denver Broncos!
Hey, whoever got his hand on that ball now.
The names are legendary. LaMonica and Wells. Stabler and Branch. Gannon and Brown. In 2004, head coach Norv Turner's offense returned the bomb to the Raiders' arsenal, and the silver and black attack became feared once again.
Makes the catch on the shoulder. Zeroway coming left, breaks one hit, breaks another, comes off the pile. He may go. He did it. A tremendous catch by Curry. What a run that was. Porter was 5 yards behind everybody.
Today's Raiders resemble the silver and black of old, with speed, power, and domination. For the Oakland Raiders, each new season brings the same goal: to attain their rightful place atop the National Football League.
Eastern. Well, you're from California, aren't you?
I used to go to the Raider games when I was 10 years old.
Is that right? You grew up like that close?
20 minutes.
Is that right?
For Norv Turner, opening day was a dream come true, leading a retooled version of his hometown team.
2004 Raiders. Look around, guys. It's us, huh? Here we are. Okay, two things. Focus, I talked about it. Focus, 4 quarters. 4 quarters, focus. It's a fight, huh? Let's take it to them, huh? Let's go win, guys.
The Raiders took the fight to the Steelers and pounded Pittsburgh. It was a defensive struggle that harkened back to their classic battles of the 70s.
Hey, be ready for first down call. Stack left fly. Stack right fly. Fake belly left throwback. 227's eating 7.
Deciphering Norv Turner's offense is simple. Just throw the ball deep.
By Gannon, pump fakes, looking left, not going to throw a deep ball left, wide open, Gabriel got it! Touchdown, Raiders! Doug Gabriel got wide open, completely wide open. He got 10 yards behind their defensive backfield, and then a look back left, and Gabriel was just wide open. The Steelers are stunned.
The Silver and Black trailed late, but on a key 4th down, Turner and company went long once again.
Stem, twins right orbit. Fake sweep right, wide delay 2.
With one play, the NFL would be put on notice. The Raiders could score at any time from anywhere on the field.
The Raiders are going to go for it here. It is 4th down and 12 on the Pittsburgh 38-yard line. Play clock will not go off on them. Gannon going to pump fake. Gannon going to throw a deep ball for the end zone for Whitted. He's got it! I don't believe it! Now you got to go for 2, obviously. Throws caught by Whitted again. The Raiders have tied the game at 21.
While the Silver and Black had even things, the Steelers would prevail. It was a painful start, but in the first 60 minutes of 2004, the Raiders faced a team that would reach the AFC Championship and had given them all they could handle. In Week 2, the Raiders' defense went on a buffalo hunt. Drew Bledsoe was sacked 7 times. As Raiders came rushing from every angle, Bledsoe was blitzed and baffled until he gratefully surrendered the football.
Goes the ball before he goes down. It's free. Second and 8, Buffalo on the 22. Play action pass to Henry. Bledsoe throws too high. Intercepted by Ray Buchanan, 30. Trying to score 25-20. Cuts back inside, digs a man 15. Now pushed out of bounds finally on the Buffalo 12-yard line. Big play, Ray Buchanan.
Rich Gannon found Ronald Curry 5 times for 89 yards, including a deep strike for Curry's first professional touchdown.
Steps up in the pocket, and a hit one for the end zone. Wide open, Ronald Curry! Touchdown, Raiders! And he jumps into the end zone on the north side of the Coliseum on what turns out to be a 99-yard touchdown drive.
Early in the 4th quarter, the Silver and Black were on their own one once again. This time, the Raiders needed a stand, as only 3 feet separated the Bills from a tie game. It was the first real test for the Raiders' retooled defensive line.
This is big. Henry on 4th and goal tries the right side of the line. They're calling for it. The Raiders may have come up with a goal line stand, and they have. The Raiders have the ball on the 1-yard line. They hold Buffalo.
The victory was the first of the Norv Turner era.
The Oakland Raiders have won the home opener, as they usually do.
Do this thing for one thing to win. Everything else is great. Sacks, catches, yards, that's great. But we do it to win. Anyone who's on that goal line, on the foot line, gets a chance.
The Buffalo game was a taste of what we'll see more of in 2005 from the Raiders defense. Number 99 Warren Sapp was born to be a Raider, a dominant force against both the run and the pass. Sapp and number 92 Ted Washington provided an imposing presence in the middle of the Raiders line. Bobby Hamilton, John Perella, Akbar Bajabiamila, DeLawrence Grant, Tommy Kelly, and Turdell Sands led a line that allowed the third fewest rushing yards per carry. Number 91, Tyler Brayton, excelled at both defensive end and outside linebacker.
Intercepted by Tyler Brayton down the sideline left. Tyler Brayton, the converted linebacker, picked it off.
In 2005, Brayton will be joined by former Philadelphia Eagle Derek Burgess, who adds speed to the Raiders' rush. The linebacking core was led by number 55, Danny Clark. A perfect fit in coordinator Rob Ryan's defense. A free agent acquisition, Clark led the Raiders with 129 tackles. Tim Johnson, Travian Smith, Sam Williams, and Napoleon Harris filled out the linebacking unit. For 8 years, Charles Woodson has been among the elite cornerbacks in the NFL. In 2005, Woodson teams with Nnamdi Asomugha, Denard Walker, newcomer Ronaldo Hill, and rookies Fabian Washington and Stanford Routt. Marcus Anderson, Ray Buchanan, Stuart Schweiger, David Terrell, and Jared Cooper were a formidable last line of a physical defense. Familiar faces appeared in new places as the Raiders and Bucks staged a rematch of Super Bowl 37.
Sapp got in the huddle. Sapp said, look, they're going to go into our legs, so jump over them and get up to the back.
He'll take the snap, and he'll hand the ball off, and Wheatley finds a hole to the 30-yard line. He's on his feet to the 35, to the 40. He's to the 50. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's tackled from behind.
Sapp told him what we were going to do up front.
The Raiders had the lead, but soon the entire 2004 season would take a sudden turn. A fractured neck vertebrae would sideline Rich Gannon for the season. As the offense was handed to Kerry Collins, Norv Turner stuck to his game plan, and the Raiders continued to batter the Bucks.
1:22 to play. Collins a hot throw out to Curry. Gets a block from Rice down the sideline. He dives and somersaults into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders!
There was no quenching the Raiders' thirst for revenge. Collins fit right in, completing 16 of 27 passes for 228 yards.
One over-the-shoulder catch by Jerry Porter. A remarkable play there.
Not to be overlooked, the Raiders' defense also found the end zone.
Play action to Wallstone, a blitz from Danny Clark. A throw out left, intercepted by Buchanan. Touchdown, 10-5. He walks the last yard in. Touchdown, Raiders. Put up Buchanan, jumped the route, picked it off easily on the 30-yard line, and then just walked into the end zone.
The silver and black shredded Tampa Bay with 173 rushing yards.
He goes over the top. Touchdown, Oakland Raiders.
Following textbook blocking by the Raiders' offensive line, Wheatley led all rushers with 102 yards. Adam True, Jake Grove, Ron Stone, Frank Middleton, and tackles Brad Badger, Barry Sims, and Langston Walker were joined by number 76, Robert Gallery, a player with unlimited potential. Gallery is big, mean, and mobile. He lined up at both guard and tackle in 2004, showing that he is as adept at pulling out as he is at drive blocking downfield. Even opponents took notice of the rugged Raider rookie.
Number 76, that rookie, that's a big boy. That big something had his hand in my face, up in my face, man, like this. I had to run him back. He had me like this. I'm like, oh no, big boy.
Raider fans are everywhere, and against the Panthers, there was plenty to cheer about.
Let's come together today and do what we're thinking, huh? Let's come together and put a team win together. Let's go, man. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Kerry Collins returned to Carolina in style, throwing for 231 yards and leading 4 drives of 11 plays or longer. The silver and black ran the ball as well, And with defensive tackle turned tight end Warren Sapp helping out, the Raiders easily rolled into the end zone.
The 1 yard line. There's Wiggly off left tackle, gets wide and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders!
The defending NFC champions were held to just 37 rushing yards, while Jake Delhomme was rushed, flushed, and crushed by the Raiders defense. The special teams pitched in as well.
What are the Raiders blocking? Right up the middle, they're all over it. Out of the I formation, they give it to Zeraway up the middle. Gets outside, cuts back inside, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders! Great run there by Amos Zeraway.
In the final moments, the game came down to the NFL's most accurate place kicker, Sebastian Janikowski.
Through the middle, the Raiders have a 27-24 lead with 6 seconds to go in Carolina.
For as long as the Raiders have played the Broncos, there have been snowy battles in the Mile High City. But something about the 2004 visit to Denver was special. What started out as a wintry Sunday night ended as a moment in the sun for quarterback Kerry Collins.
A remarkable catch.
A cold weather veteran, Collins completed 26 passes for 339 yards.
Porter, touchdown, Raiders! He beat Champ Bailey again. Empty set, Collins drops, looks end zone, pumps, now throws back in the end zone. A jumbling, leaping grab by Curry. Touchdown, Raiders!
No great Raiders win would be complete without a comeback. Trailing with 8 minutes left, the Raiders began one of their finest. 4th down, on the road, with time running out. It was a time for heroes.
Here's Collins back. Time, throws middle, wide open. Curry's got it. Running free. Cuts inside. He may go the whole way. Curry now will slide down at the 10-yard line. He could not score, but he's got the Raiders in position to take the lead back. The Raiders score a touchdown, they might win. If they don't here, they probably won't win. Everybody up in Denver. Here's your game. Collins pump fake. Collins looks. Collins throws. Touchdown! Raiders! Jerry Porter right in the middle of the end zone. The Raiders have a 1-point lead.
Porter's 3rd touchdown of the game gave his team the lead, but Denver quickly drove downfield. As the clock ticked down, the Raiders special teams dug in for one last stop.
High snap pulled down, blocked! The Raiders block it right up the middle. Was it Langston Walker again? Right up the gut, they blocked the kick. The Raiders have beaten the Denver Broncos.
Whoever got his hand on that ball now.
In the season's second half, Norv Turner's offense became one of the league's most explosive. Kerry Collins had one of his best days as a pro against the Titans, firing 5 touchdown passes.
Cox is not thrown, now does. End zone, caught! Teo Johnson, touchdown, Raiders!
Collins then looked for red-hot Jerry Porter, who scored 8 touchdowns in the season's last 5 games.
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Raiders! Oh, Jerry Porter there. As he caught a simple out route, McGarrahan slipped, and Porter so fast ran right by him for a 32-yard touchdown.
The Raiders' defense held the Titans to just 61 rushing yards and added to the scoring onslaught.
Fullback rolling right back into the end zone. He fumbles the ball, and that should be a safety. It'll be a grounding. It'll be a safety, Raiders.
Against a depleted Titans secondary, Collins went deep at will, throwing for 371 yards.
Collins looking end zone, looping out left. Porter's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. A sling out and a catch made by Gabriel. 25-20 open field. He may score. Touchdown, Raiders. Collins back. Hooks end zone, throws, caught. Jerry Porter's got the hat trick. Touchdown, Raiders!
It was an offensive explosion and a glimpse of what is to come from Kerry Collins in 2005. Collins is a quarterback tailor-made for head coach Norv Turner's offense. Big and strong, with a good eye and a rifle right arm. Collins throws the prettiest out pattern in football, and by season's end, the 20-yard pass was a Raiders staple once again. 49 Collins completions tallied 20 or more yards, which nearly doubled the team's 2003 output.
Redman on the draw. Collins throws for Whitted. Got it. Touchdown!
A perfect pass down the field.
What a beautiful throw by Collins.
By season's end, Collins was a scoring machine, tossing 16 touchdowns in the season's last 8 games.
Collins going to loop one left. Curry wide open. Makes the catch out of the shoulder. What a beautiful throw by Collins.
The Raiders receivers were among the league's best. An electric combination of size, speed, and hands, led by number 84, Jerry Porter.
Up for Porter. He's got it. What a play by Jerry Porter.
As Porter scaled new heights, counterpart Ronald Curry emerged as one of the league's most versatile pass catchers.
First down 20. He may go 15, 10. Cuts back across the field 5. He'll walk into the end zone. High stepping. Touchdown, Raiders!
With Curry, Alvis Whitted, Doug Gabriel, Johnny Morant, and Carlos Francis, the Raiders had plenty of deep threats. Tight ends Roland Williams, Teo Johnson, Doug Jolly, and rookie Courtney Anderson combined great blocking with the ability to stretch the field. The Raiders will be even more dangerous in 2005 with the addition of the NFL's finest receiver, 5-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss.
We're going to rock this house today.
Our fans are going to love Randy Moss. I've seen him play up close, personal, on the wrong side of the field, and our fans are going to enjoy the excitement he brings to our football field. I believe Randy Moss's best season is ahead of him.
I'm ready to scream. I mean, that's how excited I am. Who wouldn't want to be in a silver and black? I mean, Mr. Davis can't draft everybody. I'm here to enjoy myself and try to win a Super Bowl, something that I don't have. This organization has rings. I don't have any.
If I was an Oakland fan right now with getting Randy Moss, I would be very excited. He's the Shaq of the NFL. He's the one player that can just come out there and change the whole outcome of the game.
A former nemesis, tailback Lamont Jordan, joins the Raiders in 2005 from the New York Jets. Jordan is the perfect combination of power and speed. A runaway freight train who brings a great sense of Raiders history to the silver and black.
Tradition is everything. And Oakland has a winning tradition. It's up to me to make sure that I go out there and do everything that I can to maintain that reputation. If you can't get up for a game in a black hole, you're not going to get up for a game of football. The fans create an atmosphere where you want to come out there and you want to put on a show for the fans.
In 2004, the Oakland Raiders took their first step in reclaiming their rightful place atop the National Football League. In 2005, the Raiders are ready to make a title run. With a physical defense, an improved running game, and an explosive offense, the Oakland Raiders are ready for liftoff in 2005.